Was it tough for you to date again?
It's definitely tough dating in your 30s. I never really been a dating person. I've always been in long relationships since I was like 21.
With Stefan, how has he inspired you?
I will never complain about my job because he has to do two different things. Not only do you have to study, you also have to get physical. And you have to be in bed at a certain time. You're literally in the military. I work hard, but you like really work hard. I don't really have a sleep schedule. I don't even like to map out my day.
Stefan, the baby wingers crew? The baby wingers? Who is that? You? Oh, my personal life? I told you about that. I don't talk too much about my personal life, but I heard about it.
Any celebrations that we'll see?
We'll see.
I haven't been in 3 weeks.
You haven't been in 3 weeks? Why?
No, because my is in Boston and I'm here working.
Pregnancy makes you probably want to more, right?
Yeah, but this is crunch time. In Boston, you're a Patriot.
He's playing.
Hell yeah, we're not playing. Now he's really locked in. Like, he's in his season right now.
How you dealing with it?
We just talk to each other every day, and it's like he just came out of a ACL injury. He got something to prove.
You're gonna be at the games.
I'm gonna go to a couple of games, but like, I get too anxious. I might be like, I might get bad.
Doesn't matter what he says, oh, let me heal you. Or, I'm gonna be good to you.
Like one time he just told me, like, it's like, let me heal you. Give me a chance for me to heal you. And it's like, okay.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
All right.
So you're in a relationship. How did you meet this man?
It wasn't a DM thing. I could feel the vibe that he liked me, but he never approached me. But I always heard like he was into me. He was very respectful and stuff like that. I was like, no matter how much times you go to the club and think that this is gonna distract you, you know what you have to do to move on. And we just talked. We got to know each other. We wasn't doing too much though. It got to the point that it was like, damn, we talked for hours.
Are you entering your WAG era? Are you gonna be at the games?
Yeah.
You think you'll go on the field?
I don't know.
You got a new man. Are the sparks sparking?
Sparkling, honey. 4th of July.
How did you guys meet? Did you reach out to him?
No, you're not supposed to reach out to a man. It was like mutual friends. I thought he was cute. I was like, oh, you gotta be mine.
Are you a football fan now?
Yeah, I'm a football fan, honey. I be in the screen on Sunday every day cursing people out. Pass the ball!
So have you gotten to go and watch him?
Not yet, because I've been preparing for my album. After this whole album thing, I'm going to every single game. Every single one of them.
We all know you went through a very messy divorce with Offset. Were you worried about dating again?
I mean, everybody kept telling me, like, I should have fun.
And we had a little bit of too much fun, and now I'm here.
One thing about, like, dating, when you date, you feel like you're, like, 16 again.
Well, you want to feel like you're 16.
You do, but then it's like, you also remember what you dealt with when you were 16. So it's like restarting again. Like, one time he just told me, like, let me heal you. Give me a chance for me to heal you. And it's like, okay.
The internet is in complete chaos right now. Not because of a rumor, not because of a blind item, but because of 17 leaked seconds that may have permanently changed Offset's life. A FaceTime video surfaced that allegedly shows the rapper making violent threats toward Cardi B's new boyfriend, NFL star Stefan Diggs. And that alone was enough to send social media into a frenzy. But then something even darker came out, something involving a newborn baby. Within hours, people weren't just dragging Offset. They were calling for his arrest. Lawyers were weighing in, parents were furious, and fans who once defended him went completely silent. This wasn't entertainment anymore, this felt disturbing. And to understand why this moment hit so hard, you need the full story. Not just the clip, but the people, the history, and the emotional wreckage that led here. On January 10th, 2026, influencer Selena Powell released a FaceTime recording during her podcast, Two Girls from Mars. The clip was short, just 17 seconds, but it hit harder than anything Offset had faced before. This wasn't text messages, this wasn't hearsay, this was video. Offset appeared emotional, agitated, sitting in a dim room, venting directly to Selena Powell. No filters, no PR spin, just raw anger. And that's why people believed it immediately. Selena Powell isn't new to controversy. She's been tied to multiple rappers over the years and previously claimed she was involved with Offset during his marriage. But this time, she didn't come with stories. She came with receipts. And what was said in that video couldn't be brushed off as taken out of context. But what he said next pushed this from messy to dangerous. In the recording, Offset can allegedly be heard making violent threats toward a man he refers to as Buddy. Context made it clear who that was. Stefon Diggs, Cardi B's new partner, a successful NFL wide receiver, and the man representing everything Offset lost. The language used wasn't metaphorical. It wasn't lyrical, it wasn't vague, it was specific enough that people immediately started tagging law enforcement online. That's when things shifted. This wasn't fans arguing anymore. This was lawyers discussing criminal exposure, especially under Georgia's terroristic threat statutes. And while some tried to defend Offset by calling it angry talk, most people weren't buying it. Because this didn't feel performative, it felt personal, but the moment that truly turned the public against him came right after. According to multiple breakdowns of the full podcast episode, Offset allegedly didn't stop at threats toward Diggs. He allegedly directed hateful comments toward Cardi B's newborn child with Diggs, an infant, a baby who hadn't even lived long enough to understand the world, let alone adult bitterness. Parents online snapped instantly. This wasn't ex-spouse drama anymore. This wasn't jealousy. This was cruelty aimed downward. Even longtime Offset supporters went quiet, because no amount of heartbreak excuses dragging a child into adult resentment. At that moment, public sympathy fully flipped, and people began asking a different question. Why now? Why did Selena Powell choose this exact moment to drop something this explosive? That question sat at the center of the internet's reaction almost immediately. The timing felt too precise, too calculated to be random. At first, skepticism dominated the conversation. Selena Powell has always been a polarizing figure online, and for many people, her name alone triggered instant doubt. Some assumed this was just another attempt to grab attention, another controversy engineered to trend for a few days before fading into the endless background noise of social media. But that assumption didn't last long, because according to Powell, this wasn't just about clout. She claimed Offset owed her $15,000. Money she implied was either a personal loan or a quiet payment meant to ensure certain conversations never became public. What initially sounded like a financial dispute quickly began to take on a darker, more unsettling edge. Powell alleged that the situation didn't stay about money. She claimed Offset had been threatening her regularly, applying pressure behind the scenes in ways that made her feel trapped, intimidated, and backed into a corner. And then she said something that froze the entire conversation in place. "If anything happens to me, Offset did it." That single sentence completely reframed the leak. Up until that moment, critics were still dismissing everything as attention-seeking, clout-chasing, or just another messy internet stunt designed for views. But once those words were spoken, the narrative shifted almost instantly. This no longer sounded like someone chasing headlines for entertainment. It sounded like someone sounding an alarm. According to Selena Powell, releasing the FaceTime clip wasn't about revenge or exposure. It was about protection. She described it as creating a public record, a digital paper trail that made it impossible for anything to happen to her quietly or behind closed doors. In her view, once the video was public, eyes would be watching. And when millions of people are watching, silence becomes harder to weaponize. The internet, for once, becomes less of a joke machine and more of a spotlight. But she didn't stop with the video. Powell went further, laying out allegations that painted a much more troubling picture behind the scenes. Unpaid taxes, mounting debt, a man under extreme financial and emotional pressure, unraveling privately while still trying to project control, success, and stability to the world. Whether every detail of those claims can ultimately be verified almost became secondary in real time, because the damage wasn't coming only from the specifics, it was coming from the pattern. And that pattern didn't show a confident rapper unfazed by a breakup or negative headlines. It showed someone spiraling, someone desperate to maintain power while the walls were closing in. Fans began connecting dots, asking if the silence from Offset wasn't confidence at all, but panic. The clip didn't feel like a random leak anymore. It felt like a symptom of something bigger, a collision of money, ego, fear, and control playing out in public. And the most unsettling part was that no one really knew what was happening behind closed doors. Only that whatever it was, it had finally spilled into the open. And once something like that hits the internet, it doesn't go back. It showed someone spiraling in real time. And the internet reacted instantly, without mercy. Within just 48 hours, the clip had racked up millions of views across every major platform. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. It was impossible to scroll without seeing it. People reposted it non-stop. Commentary channels jumped on it. Memes flooded timelines, turning moments from the video into reaction clips, punchlines, and viral sound bites. But underneath all the jokes, something heavier was happening. Because people weren't just laughing, they were talking. They were talking about custody and what situations like this could mean for children caught in the middle of a public collapse. They were asking what happens when family issues stop being private and become entertainment for millions of strangers. They were discussing mental health and how unresolved heartbreak after a high-profile breakup can spiral into something far darker. The conversation shifted quickly from "this is messy" to "this is scary," with fans pointing out how often warning signs get dismissed until it's too late. And then the experts stepped in. Legal analysts began breaking down potential criminal exposure, explaining how certain statements, even made emotionally, can cross serious legal lines. Others talked about restraining orders, harassment claims, and how public behavior can become evidence faster than people realize. Brand and PR specialists weighed in too, discussing sponsorship fallout and how silence in moments like this can sometimes do more damage than even the worst response. Every hour without clarity only fueled more speculation. And that's what made the situation feel even more unsettling. Offset still hadn't said a word. No statement, no denial, no clarification. And in a moment where everything seemed to be collapsing outward, that silence didn't feel neutral. It became part of the story itself. And if there's one lesson in all of this, it's this. In the age of smartphones, nothing said in anger is ever truly private. Every call can be recorded. Every message can be saved. Every outburst can live forever. One emotional moment, one bad decision, and the internet remembers it longer than you ever will. For Offset, this may not just be another headline that fades by next week. This could be the moment everything changed. And the moment the public stopped excusing the behavior and started believing the warnings that had been there for years. Careers don't always end with one mistake, but reputations do when patterns finally become impossible to ignore. And that's what makes this story so unsettling. Not because it's shocking, not because it's viral, but because it feels like the inevitable ending to a story that's been warning us all along. If you want more deep dives like this, stories the headlines don't fully explain, moments that change everything, and the truth behind celebrity chaos, make sure you're subscribed. We post new videos every week, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. Tap the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and keep it locked right here, because some stories don't end when the video does.